Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Pros Pro Bono Meets the Client, where today we're delighted to welcome Marisa Escajeda, who comes from Pittsburgh and is here to represent the work of Strong Women, Strong Girls, a non-profit with a very different angle and a very specific take on bringing women and girls together and empowering them. So welcome, Marisa.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Very excited to be here and chatting with you today.
Great. So tell us a little bit about the organization Strong Women, Strong Girls. Tell us where the name comes from and what's the essential feature that makes it different from many other organizations which are empowering women and girls.
Yeah, so Strong Women, Strong Girls is actually a nonprofit that started in Boston, Massachusetts. And we are the second city that it expanded to in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Essentially, Strong Women, Strong Girls is a multi-generational mentorship organization where professional women volunteer with the organization. They mentor college women, and then the college women go out and they mentor elementary school girls. So that's kind of the heart of our program, is our elementary school program and the work that we are doing after school with them.
Okay, and how did that model come about? Because it's quite an intriguing model of professional women mentoring the college students who then mentor primary school students. So how did that come about?
Yeah, so our organization actually started out at Harvard with a group of college women back in 2004 who wanted to do a little bit something different in their community, but also wanted to have mentorship for themselves. So they started the program where they would go out to the elementary school girls in their neighborhood and mentor girls after school. And then it started to bring in professional volunteers who would ultimately mentor the college women on their paths to their careers, grad school, things like that. So the model really started from a group of young women who wanted to give back and kind of blossomed into this ginormous organization that's serving, in Pittsburgh alone, we're serving around 1,200 women and girls, and Boston around the same amount. And so that's really how we started and how the organization has moved to what it is today. Each year we have we put out call out to volunteers, and professional women sign up. They are matched one-on-one with a college woman, and then each chapter at one of our universities has their own set of elementary schools that they go out and they mentor girls and do it that way.
Okay. And so how are they matched up exactly? Are they matched by professional interests? I'm talking about the women and the professional women and the college students, for example.
Yeah, so they are matched. They actually, each person that opts into the matching program for the mentorship one-on-one goes through a series of questions, and they really fill out pretty detailed about their career paths, what they're looking for in mentorship. We really focus in on what the college women need and want, and try to base their matches off of that. And some college women are just looking for someone to help with time management. They just say, I'm overwhelmed. I need someone to kind of help me through this process. I'm in school, I'm working, I'm volunteering. But a lot of it is based off career. We hope that they get some kind of internship or job out of the mentorship, but really the goal is empowerment. The goal is to strengthen their skills, strengthen their ability to lead in their communities, and to go out and do the work that they want to after college.
And I imagine that friendships are also formed between these people as well.
Oh, yes. We have a couple. I always hear back from a lot of our professional women who are saying, I'm on year 4 or 5 mentoring my mentee, my college woman. So it just kind of continues year after year and meeting up for coffee. They might travel and leave the city, but when they come back, they meet up, they kind of get together. So it really does build lifelong kind of that mentorship, partnership, friendship thing throughout their lives.
And is it a very diverse program as well in terms of
Yeah.
cultural background?
Yes, we are absolutely. It is extremely diverse in that who we with our college women and our girls in the program. Over 78% of the girls in the program are BIPOC, and the college women make up about 55% of the college women are women of color, and so we. I would say our professional women tend to be a little bit less of a percentage wise, but we are focused a lot of our work in the last 2 years on recruitment and diversifying our volunteer pool and making sure that the college women are meeting women that they can relate to, that they can really connect with, and more as they move through life and things like that. They need somebody who maybe understands some of their language, some of the things that they've experienced in their culture. So we are working on those diversifying our professional women right now.
Okay, so you mentioned language there, and obviously that's where we come in. Tell us a little bit about the language needs and how that kind of emerged.
Yeah, so the language needs that we have had go back to our girl program. So each week, the girls in our program meet after school with their college women mentors, and they have an actual lesson plan that they follow. So we write the lesson plan; it changes semester to semester, and so the college women receive that. They're trained to use that lesson plan, and then they go after. And when I say lesson plan, I really mean it's like fun. They're learning about a strong woman. They're doing fun activities. They're getting up, they're dancing. It's not really like a tutoring session. It's really activities and helping to empower the girls. So those lesson plans are where the language comes in and needing to make sure that we have those and more than just English, especially for our girls.
And what have been the main languages that you've branched out into as part of the program?
So Portuguese, Spanish, and Chinese. Actually, we had quite a few needs for that 5 years ago, and so we've continued to utilize some of that. But those are the three main languages that we need at the moment. I know that we have a few Arabic-speaking students, so that is something that we are going to be working on as well.
Okay, and say something about how we've been working together over the last few months.
Yeah, so we have been lucky enough to be in contact with you, Andrew, and Pros, and helping us with translating those lesson plans. So, and also, I have to mention, it's more than just translating the lesson plans. It is really important for us that the parents also, their registration forms are translated, the parents get this information, and it's accurate, that they're actually able to read what is my daughter going to be learning about? What is my daughter doing after school? Having it translated into their language so that the parents and the guardians understand what's happening with them is really important. And that is where you all have come in and helped us in that process, especially with our Portuguese and our recent need for that in Pittsburgh last semester. Yeah, and we do a lot of extra things with our girl program as well. So they go on field trips out to the college campuses. They might go on a field trip to a local business. And so those are things that we're continuing to work on translating and that you have started to work with Teresa, our program director who works in our national office, on the translation of these materials. So the parents, again, know where their girl is going, know exactly pickup time. So safety is a big part of that. And we want to make sure that every girl is safe and that every parent knows what bus they have to get on and how that is working in this after school program. So we have been lucky enough to meet you and have some of those materials begin to be translated for us.
Great. And I mean, I can see very clearly, the goal of the college women and having professional mentoring. What is, in your words, the goal for the young girls? What do you hope that they get out of this program through meeting with a college student once a week?
I think what our goal is ultimately is that each girl is able to see a future for themselves, however they picture it. So when they're in the after school program, they're learning about athletes. They're learning about entrepreneurs. They're learning about dancers. They're learning about moms who are just home cooking. They're learning about politicians. And so our goal is to empower this next generation of girls to envision a future for themselves and have and understand and know that they have within themselves to achieve those goals, whatever they may be, whatever field they want to go into, whether it's college or something else, that we're really opening their eyes to the possibility and that they have those skills and already within themselves to be able to achieve those things.
Well, it's a great goal to be part of, and we're very happy to be contributing to that. So thanks very much for your time today, Marisa, and thanks for explaining to our translators who also love to find out exactly to what purposes their work is going. And obviously, when it's a cause like this, it makes it all very much worthwhile. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Andrew. And I actually have to mention one more thing. One major thing too is in Boston and Salem, we've opened up some new sites in Salem, Massachusetts. And when you've translated the curriculum in Spanish, apparently there was a very loud cheer from a lot of the girls that they now had access to Spanish, the language that they're speaking at home, that they can talk to their parents and show their parents about it. So the two sites in Salem were very, very happy about that new Spanish lesson plan for them.
Fantastic. Great to hear.